Night at the Museum is one of those movies that gets better with every viewing. There's just so much to take in, and all the little details are just so funny. It's crazy that this movie came out 13 years ago, because it feels like it was just yesterday that I was watching it for the first time, and it's still just as funny today as it was back then. Larry Daley is a divorced dad who can't hold down a job and desperately wants to reconnect with his son, Nick. One night he gets a job as a security guard at New York's Museum of Natural History, but he quickly finds out that there's more to the museum than meets the eye. After the sun goes down, the exhibits come to life. Larry soon meets Theodore Roosevelt, who explains that an ancient Egyptian artifact known as the Tablet of Akhenaten magically brings the exhibits to life each night. At first, Larry is excited to see the exhibits come to life before him. He even gets to go along on a few adventures. But as the night goes on, things start to get out of hand. Jedediah, a tiny cowboy from the Wild West exhibit, gets into a massive food fight with the Roman general Octavius, who later tries to conquer the museum by starting an army with the other exhibits. Larry tries to stop them, but he accidentally breaks a vase, and the pieces fall on the power button, plunging the museum into darkness. Just when it seems like Larry will lose his job over the chaos, President Roosevelt steps in and tells Larry that he's actually doing a great job. He just needs to learn how to control the energy in the room, and Larry decides to accept the challenge. The next part of the movie is just pure comedic bliss as Larry learns to control the exhibits. They put on a show for him, and they even help him fix the damage that was done. But just when everything seems to be going well, Larry finds out that the previous guards, alongside the museum's kindly old janitor, are planning to steal the magical tablet. So while Larry is getting the exhibits ready for their big performance, the others are sneaking around trying to steal the tablet. When Larry finds out about their plan, he teams up with Roosevelt and the rest of the living exhibits to stop them. The ensuing chase is hilarious as Larry and the gang run through the museum to try and stop the thieves. They even go outside for a bit, which leads to one of the most exciting action scenes in a comedy movie. I also love how the movie subverts your expectations. For example, you think that Attila the Hun is going to be the big bad guy, but it turns out he's actually really nice. And the same goes for the T-Rex skeleton. You think that he's going to be chasing Larry around and roaring the whole time, but he's actually pretty cool once you get to know him. But anyways, in the end, the living exhibits perform for the guests at the museum, and Larry is invited to join them. Although the museum director shows up and threatens to arrest everyone, she quickly leaves after seeing that the exhibits aren't real. Afterwards, the exhibits come to life again and celebrate with Larry, showing him that they appreciate everything that he's done for them. In the end, Larry manages to get his confidence and his dignity back, and he's able to do this by accepting the magic that's all around him. When the sun comes up, the magical tablet reverts the exhibits back to their original state. But Larry now knows that the museum holds magic, both literally and figuratively, as it helped him to believe in himself again. This movie is honestly so underrated. It's got everything that you could want in a family film, including adventure, action, comedy, and heart. And if you're looking for a good laugh, then I highly recommend checking it out. If you've already seen it, then feel free to share your thoughts below. And as always, thanks for watching.